Hey peeps, Gamer Drag here, welcome back to Myst. We're going to do another run through. This time it's going to be on the random mode that this version of Myst comes in. Basically there's two modes. There's the classic version where the puzzles are the same as in the classic game, the original, and then there's this random mode. And I wanted to see what the random aspect was all about. So this is a huge spoiler. If you've not played the game, I wouldn't advise you watch this. It's going to basically ignore quite a lot of the things. It's going to use knowledge that I already have of the game, and we're going to just complete the raw tasks and puzzles, and just see what's different. So at the moment I'm just running around flicking on all the markers because I know we need that, and then we'll head into the library and start. So this is going to be quick. I'm not going to be reading the books unless we have to find a bit of information, but what I am going to do is get all the clues from the tower now. So for the next couple of minutes it's going to be me running backwards and forwards to the tower, trying to find the clues and making a note of them, and I will leave a timestamp below if you want to skip this part and just get to the parts. Okay, 6:55 113. That's for the mechanical, the age. Make a note of that. Right, just write this down. 6:55 113. I think this will be the quickest way of doing it. Now I don't know whether this is going to be a one-parter or a two-parter. It really depends on the length. And I'm just going around these in clockwise order, starting mechanical. Now we're going to the stone ship, back up. Thankfully there's only 4 of them, so it won't take us too long. So that time is different. I think it was 2:40 in the classic game. So that is definitely an aspect of the game that is different. We've got some dates. I'll take a photograph of that rather than write those down. And I'll be looking at that photograph on a second screen I've got here. So let's just pull those up. So the first date, the January the 17th, 1207, is the same as the previous game, the classic. That was in there, but the other 2 dates are different. I suspect what that means is that there are some set of dates built into the program and it picks a random 3. That makes sense if you think about it, because they have to link up to the constellations in the book in the library, and that hasn't got an infinite number of pages, so they can't have an infinite number of dates. Right, 230. I think that's the safe combination for Channelwood. This is going well. And I'm hoping that the puzzles on the islands, or the different ages, are different as well. It's not just a case of these puzzles here to get out to the island different. And I think that's it now. Just got to get the Selenetta cage. This was a... oh, what was it? Oh, voltage. We need to get a voltage. Which wonders? One wonders, is the generator, are the buttons the same? Or do we just have a different set of voltages? 54 volts. Is it 50... 6:59 in the previous version. Okay. So that is us done in the tower. We don't need to return here. We can now focus on getting the pages. Now we do have to get the pages from each of the ages, because to unlock the fireplace we need to be told a number, and the only way to get that number is through one of the brothers telling us in the video, and the only way to do that is to feed them all the pages. So where are we? We're pointing at the Selenetic Age, so why not start there? We do have to have a quick look at the book, because we should have here, yeah, a piano. So we just need to take a photo of that, and yeah, okay, just putting that up on my other screen. That is different from the classic version. Okay, let's go power the ship up. So first things first, let's figure out, is the generator different? So in the classic, this is 10. It is still 10. I'll just pick a random few. This is 22, which is the case, and pick this one, which was 16, and it is. So the buttons are the same voltage. We've just got to make it up now. So let's do what we did before. We had 22 and 19. Then we had 16. But if we do 16 now, that's going to take us to 57, which is too much. So we will go with 10, which takes us to 51. We need another 3, so 1 and 2. Bingo, 54. Nice and easy. It's just a case of doing a bit of maths and working that one out. So I think that the random age just stops you following someone else's tutorial or something like that. You have to do the puzzles for yourself. We don't need to try the keyboard. We know how to do this. And so let's see if we can figure this one out again. Okay, so the first one, I'm going to bring the picture up for you. The first one is the first black key in the set of 3. In the second set of 3, so that's this key here. And if you want an explanation of how to do this puzzle, then check out my first playthrough in the same playlist for the Selenetic Age, and I explain how this works there. So we're going for the white key after the second set, which I think is that one. Number 3 is the white key after the first 2, which I think is that one. Number 3, hang on a sec, 1, 2, 3, sorry, number 4, number 4 is within, hang on a sec, let's get this right, within the second set of 3 black keys, it's the middle key of the second 2, so it's that one there, and then the final one, 5, is the white key after it. There we, if we've got that right, we can get to the Selenetic Age and find out whether the puzzles are the same or not. So I'm expecting the sounds to be the same, but maybe the order we do things to be slightly different. So let's run around and switch all the microphones on. We need to run around anyway because, if I remember rightly, one of the pages is up here. Indeed it is. So we want one of the blue pages and we switch that on. It's the sound of the water. And we come on down and go and get the sound of the chasm switched on. Fiery pit. The broken clock, which has got the same time. Excellent. The crystals, which also has a page. Fab, so we've got both the pages now from this age, so we can just concentrate on getting out of here, which is all that needs to be done. But there's two puzzles here. We've got to get this sound one sorted out first of all. Sound of the wind. And then we've also got to navigate the tunnels. There's a light switch here. And some bats. Yes, hello bats. They're cute. So this is our first puzzle off the island of Myst. Let's see whether the order is the same. Okay, so we need to point this to the wind. That's around here somewhere. There. Got the crystals. Got the clock, which is back here. Chasm. And then when we push this sigma button, we will find out whether the order is the same or not. Oh, chasm. Missed it. It's there. And then the water, which is next to the chasm. Past the crystals, past the clock. It's around here somewhere. Hidden in the trees. Okay, let's have a look if this order is the same. Crystal, wind, chasm, water, clock. No. The order's different, so there's something to bear in mind if you're playing this in random mode. You have to complete this puzzle. You can't ignore it because it's random. Okay, let's head on up and go and see whether the underground part is also random. Now the next part has sounds that give directions, and it's possible that the sounds are attributed to different directions. Okay, so let's just plug this in. We've got crystal, wind, which is already there, chasm, water, and the clock. Okay, if we've got this right, the door should open, and it does. Let's head on through and see see whether this is going to be the same puzzle or whether this is different. Okay, so we're going to go down. And if you remember in the playthrough, I messed up and went back up again. We won't do that this time. We will just go forward. Okay. So, Bell was north previously. And it looks like Bell is still north. So the question is, are all the sounds the same? I have a record, so that's the chirp. That was west previously. So let's see if we've got a west. We have. That looks promising. Now I didn't make a note of the directions last time. Chirp, that's a west again. But I'm pretty sure we didn't go west twice. I'm pretty sure we went north at that point, because that's how we picked up the sound. That's another chirp for west. And something else I didn't realise was look at the compass changing direction as we turn corners. I hadn't picked up on that before. Chirp, that's west. See, we just travelled west, but because we've gone around some corners, we're no longer pointing west. So there's been 3 or 4 wests in a row, which I'm pretty sure wasn't the case previously. Bell, north. So I think the directions down here, I'm not 100% sure because I didn't write down the directions, but I think this is random as well. Okay, that's 2 sounds together, and that's a northeast 2 sounds. Bell and the hiss. That was a hiss, so that's east. And I'm not writing down the directions again. Maybe we should have, out of interest, but maybe if I remember, I'll put them on screen as I edit this. Ding, north. We are pointing north. I wasn't a ding actually, that's what I call the bell. The ding's more of a empty sound. That was a, hang on, I didn't hear it. Bell and a hiss, that's northeast again. Superb. That was the southeast. That was the ding. Yeah. We've got this. That's southeast again, and I think that's the end because this framework here, it signified the end last time. Let's see if that holds true again. Yes, it does. Okay. Superb. So, both the puzzles on this world have been randomized to some extent. So you do have to play that through. Let's get out of here. Okay, next stop. We're going to go to the mechanical age. Why not? Now the mechanical age was the, can't find the exit, was the clock, and the time that we got for this one was 6:55. So 55 and 6:55 is going to be somewhere around there. Excellent. Let's remember to switch this switch. It is needed for later on. Okay, so the code we've got this time is 113. 113. And bingo, we managed to do it with one pull. Well, that was fairly easy and not all that torturous. That could take a little bit of playing around with if you're unlucky and got a stranger combination. But no worries, we can head off to the mechanical age. Okay, so let's just see. We know that we've got to get a combination in here to open this to get back. I'm just going to try the combination from the classic game, and that will save us a lot of time if it works, or it will tell us that, yeah, it tells us that the code is different, so this is randomized as well. Okay, not a problem, it just involves a little bit of running around. But let's go and get the pages first from the hidden room. One. And we can get the other page after. Let's go and set this lift up. We need to rotate this circle around. This can't be randomized in any way, I don't think. Okay, that should give us access to the lift, which it has. We can then rotate the island around, or the fortress around. We know how to do that, and we need to do that 3 times. So this is what I mean about a bit of running around. It's not difficult once you know how to do it, it's just time consuming, but we'll do it as quickly as we can. So hopefully it's still a 2 count, 1 and 2, and we hear a hiss, and we know from having just done the cybernetic age that the sounds are the same as in the classic version, so we should be good with this one. Let's go and find out what the code is. Okay, and on the way out we will just stop and pick up the other page. So this is not how Myst should be played, really. And indeed you can't play it like this the first time you play it. I'm doing this with knowledge. Okay, so we've got a sort of square with the corners missing and a cross. Excellent. Next rotation will take us around to there. And then the final rotation will get us out. Not too bad. We're going up. Next floor. Please keep your hands and fingers away from the door. Okay. Next rotation. Another 2 count. 1 and 2 end. Should be alright. It is. And call the lift. If you can hit the button. And go and find out the first bit of the code. If I remember rightly. Run. Okay. And then we've just got to rotate 180 degrees and get back. So we've got the triangle, rectangle, triangle, and a squiggly line. Excellent. So it's nice to see those are randomized, but it does mean you have to do all these rotations. There's no way around that if you're playing in the random mode. Of course, if you're playing in the classic mode and you know the code, it's always going to be the same. Okay. So the next age we'll do is going to be the stone ship age. I'm just trying to think ahead. Hang on a sec, I need a 4 count here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ding. Ding is right, yeah, ding is south. Let's just check my notes there. Okay, yes, the stone ship age. So what could be randomized there? To be honest, I'm not sure. There aren't any combination locks that we need to crack on that age. We do need to get the key to the ladder. Okay, but we'll cross that bridge in a moment. Right, let's see if this code works. So we've got the triangle, rectangle, triangle, squiggly line, and the square with no corners, and a cross. Bingo. That's done it. We're out of here. Back to Myst. Right, stone ship. We've got the dates. Let's head straight over here and try and match those dates up with star charts. If you close the door. And we're going to start with Jan the 17th at year 1207 at 5:46 AM. And again, if we get a clear constellation, we'll know we're on the right track. And I would say that is a clear constellation. Take a photograph of that and move on to February the 3rd, 1510 at 3:12 AM. No, that's not 12. It's almost 12, but not quite. 50. 10. 30. 3rd of Feb. That's our second constellation. Photograph of that. And then finally August 7, 7352. 7352 at 8:15 p.m. So it's 20:15, and get a constellation. Almost a straight line. Fantastic. So, as I said before, I think there's only a limited number of constellations built in, which, in fact, I'm guessing 1, 2, 4, there's 8. There's 8 of these, so I'm guessing there's 8 constellations, and you just get a random selection from each. Okay, let's see if we can figure out which of these constellations. First one, I'm going to head straight to Snake because that's what it was previously, and it looks like that's what it is this time. Okay, second constellation is this one here, Cross. Yeah. And third constellation is that one, Eye, straight across. So Snake, Cross, Eye. Okay, let's go and plug these in. I have no idea where these are. There's our Eye. There's our Snake. Beetle, nope. Anchor, nope. We're looking for a Cross. Which is there. And up comes the ship, and up comes the ship there. Fabulous. So it's the same process, which again just a little randomized. Let's get us to the stone ship age. Okay. As soon as I get control of my mouse, there we are. Well, we know what we need to do here. So let's get on and do it. The first thing is, I can't remember which way round this is. We need to drain the lighthouse. Okay, I think I've got it the right way round. I remembered the middle was the caves. So first task is to empty this and raise this up. Again, if you're watching this and you've not watched the other playthrough or played through Myst, you'll need to watch that to understand the thinking about a lot of this. We're just looking for the random functionality here and what's changed. Okay, so we can raise that. And then that gives us access to the lighthouse. And we know the lighthouse light. Hello, let go. Thank you. Key, please. Thank you. The lighthouse light is the one that gives us the direction for a compass later on. Let's just whiz this up. Okay, that should do. And let's go and see whether whether the telescope is still pointing at the lighthouse. I can't see that being any different, but okay, that is different. Okay. That's very different. That's 168, 169. That needs a bit of thought because let's go down to the compass room and work this out. It was a nice round number last time and we were able to work it out on the compass. Which button to push. So previously it was this button. Okay, how many buttons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 32 if it's the same. 32 divided by, oh maths, let me go, 11.25. 11.25, so 11.25, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99, 100, it's going to be this button here. Okay, we're going to have to go and run and put the lights back on, but I think that takes us to just between. It's not quite accurate, but then it's not. It's about 168. Should just get a calculator out. That would be a little more sensible. But let's risk it, as they say, and let's see if that pans out. If it doesn't pan out, I'm going to pull up a calculator and work that one out. One, 2, 3. Hopefully this will give us enough time to also go and get the pages from the rooms. Mind you could do that in the dark, that's not so important. Okay. So yeah, each of those buttons is 11.25 degrees, so you just need to work out which one points to wherever the light of the lighthouse is pointing. And that's north. I think it's this one. It is! We win. Okay. If you're playing this game and you get the wrong button, it just fuses the light out and you have to... Where's the letter? Page. There it is. I'm not looking around for anything else. Don't need anything else. Sorry, yeah, if it fuses, you just have to go back to the generator and reload the generator. Down the other side, I could have, if I was thinking, have crossed through the compass room. Would have been a bit quicker. Never mind. And the letter in here is in the drawer. Oh, there's also in here another letter, which is a clue to the marker switch. The vault is located, achieved very easily. Marker, turn on every one on the on, then as a final step. I think that's the same when we get the other half. The only thing that could be different, I suppose, is if they said turn, if the final marker switch was a random one on the island. Maybe it says turn off the one by, I don't know, somewhere else. Okay. Can we make it down here before the lights go out? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Okay, we have back to the island. Okay, I've got a load of pages here. I was going to say, what happens when we load them up? That's what happens. Okay, we'll leave them there though. We will now head to Channelwood, which should be our final destination. Okay, so we've got the code was 230. Which works. Presumably this all works the same way. Let's turn the gas on. Pretty sure that's what it is. And wait for the tree to extend all the way up. And then we will turn it off and run around and catch the tree going down, which is not a sentence you'd say in normal everyday life. But there you go. This is the beauty of Myst. It's got to be near the top now. There it is. Turn it off and run around and make sure we get into the tree. And head on down. So what could be different in Channelwood? The water pump exercise, the turning on the water pump might be different. Again, I can't really think of anything that's going to be changed here. We shall see. Okay, here we are. I'm going to play it as though it's the same until I find a difference, and then we will work out what to do at that point. So the first thing we need to do is get over here and turn the valve to the water on. See whether that actually gets the water flowing. There is a switch there that doesn't seem to do anything. Yeah, no, the water sounds like it's running. So I was wondering whether that puzzle might be a bit more complicated. I'm going to run over this way first and load up the... Hello, a bit closer. Hello. Thank you. I'll load up the bridge that's over here, because that will save running around a bit later on. Okay, so while that raises, we'll run back and go and catch the elevator. Should have checked that the bridge finished raising. I'm going to say it has. And we'll follow these around to the first elevator. And we know here that we've just got to get to the two brothers' rooms, which are on the higher canopy, part of the canopy, than where we're going now. So there's a little bit of running around to do again. Not too crazy though. Let's see what happens. Yeah. What we need to do is head to the centre first and open the door to the spiral staircase. That will allow us to get down, divert the water, and then get back up again and take the second elevator. Okay, that works the same way. Door is open. Let's run on through. And hopefully we can get to the bottom. I can't think of anything in this age that would be randomised that you could change. Okay, apologies for the sickening graphics as we run down the stairs. Close your eyes. Okay, we're at the bottom. Open the door. And we just need to divert the water now that way. So the water is diverted down here, up that pipe to that elevator. And again, the horrible graphics. Well, I mean, the graphics are wonderful in the game. Very atmospheric, very reminiscent to the original, but better. But probably aren't designed for me to be running around spiral staircases quite so fast. Okay, up we go. And this will give us access to the 2 rooms. We shall run to Akanar's room first. And we're just going to run through here, get to his personal area. Yeah, gargle. And the first letter is here. Page. Why do I keep calling them letters? We know what they are. They're pages of books. And Cirrus's room is just across the other side here. There's the letter, but I just want to, this is the vault access. Go to the clock tower. Okay, so that is different. This is the clock tower. Marker switch is on the off position. So they have changed it. Sneaky, sneaky. So you need to find at least that half of the letter, even if you know what you're doing. Okay, so we can now head out of here. We're pretty much set up to do that. We've got the bridge raised. We do have a pipe to fix, but we can do that on the way out. And that is the 4 ages taken care of. Okay, so divert the water this way, this way, this way, and this one goes that way, and then we need to run around like a crazy person, as always. Fix the water pipe. Oh yes, I was at a heart-stopping moment there that bridge wasn't up. But there we go, we're across. Nice and peaceful, no sound of water here, but we're not expecting it yet because all the water's being discharged into the water. That should fix that. I can hear the water now, and we're done. Yeah, so going back to the marker switch puzzle, it makes sense really that I was surprised that when the vault was just a piece of paper appearing, but if they're going to have it in random locations, then they can't have random vaults everywhere. So that makes sense. Okay, we're back. Give him his pages. When I can move, we'll give him his pages. And we will go and flip this last marker switch back, which hopefully will give us the white page. Which it does indeed. So that is random, the location that you're going to find that Excellent. So the final part now is to listen to one of the boys, and I'm going to listen to Cirrus because he seems to be the most concise, and find out what pattern we need to look for in the fireplace. So let's do this. Give him all his pages. And I won't make you listen to this again. I will skip through until we get to the relevant part. So here we go.
Listen carefully. You must find one more page and I will be forever free. There is a book on the shelves. This library, which is mostly burned but has a few pages still intact. It is the last book on the middle shelf. Find it. This book is filled with a variety of patterns. Find pattern 158 and recreate it on the door of the fireplace. This will bring you to the last red page. Bring that page to me, and I will finally be released, and able to reward you, of course. Ignore the blue page. That page.
Okay, well, we know what he says from there. So pattern 158 is the same pattern. It's, well, there you go. It's a different pattern, but it is still 158. I suppose from a developer's point of view that makes perfect sense, because they don't need to have different versions of that video of the boys talking, because they'd have to do it for both of them. So pointing everybody to the same page each time, it's always 158. What would be interesting is to flip through the book at the beginning and see if you could just get to 158. And I might try that as an experiment, who knows. So again, I've got this open on the screen next to me. And let's just plug the code in. I can't talk and do this at the same time, so just bear with me a second, because if you get this wrong, what happens is the door opens and the code resets and you have to do it from scratch. I think that's it. Let's try it. Got it. And there are the final pages. And there is the final part, which we can jump to. And I think this is as good a place as any to end the quick run through. I think we've taken under an hour.
My friend, you've returned.
And yes, I have. I'm just going to walk away before you talk anymore. Not that I'm not interested in listening to what you have to say, but that is the end of this journey in Myst. The random puzzles are random. If you go and choose that route, it means really you can't follow anyone's guide. You have to do the puzzles yourself. There's no fudging it. If you know the sequence, if you're doing the classic game, you can skip lots of parts. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching, thanks for spending your time with me. And when we return, we will be in a different world, in a different game. So until then, stay safe. If you have enjoyed, please remember to have a like and a subscribe, it does help me out. And I will see you next time, wherever we may be. Until then, take care. Bye now.